Well, a great big happy welcome to Bealtaine Cottage, and Yuletide continues right up until New Year's Day. The hooded crow is sat out there waiting for food. I've been feeding the birds all the way through this cold spell, and I'm just recovering now from a little bit of an illness, sort of sore throat and, generally discombobulated. There's a word. But I'm feeling better. My energy's returning, which is lovely. So, this is a little video about what's been happening over the past week or so. I think I've been off YouTube for probably about 8 or 9 days. So I've been going through my pantry and taking out anything that's gone by the sell-by date, and I've been cooking it up for the birds. Now in this instance here, I'm putting out split peas, which I've cooked up and softened, and some pasta. So it's a great way of feeding the birds. Have a go through your pantry, see what is, gone by the by, and get it cooked and out for the birds. They're incredibly hungry at this time of year. And I do it for a selfish reason as well, because I love to hear the birds come the spring, come Immock. Now, the camera is not tilted to one side. This is the slope at the front of my cottage. Because, of course, those of you who have the book, A Cottage in 3 Acres, will know that the cottage, Bealtaine Cottage, sits right back up on a hill, and the land slopes away down to the north. So, to put some of the food down here on the little driveway is very good for the birds, because my neighbours have cats that I love, actually. I love to see the cats about. But in order for the birds to avoid the cats and the cats to avoid the birds, it's good to put it out in an area where the birds can keep a really good eye on their own little eating space. Bit of a windy day as well. Many of you have asked me whether I was going to get another dog, and of course I am. I think it goes without saying, really. It has been over a year now since I lost Jack, and I have been, over the past 3 or 4 months, looking around at various animal shelters for the little dog that I know is going to be part of this home. Still haven't found her. I want a little girl this time. Still haven't found her, but I'm actively looking, and hopefully I'm going to find the little one that suits me. Yeah, so I won't say more than that. Also, I'm very busy at the moment, writing, as promised a long time ago, a little book of Immock, and really getting into that, discovering a few things that I didn't know, and choosing photographs to go in the book, and images and patterns. So that's very much underway. You can see I've been cutting back. There's been a huge deal of work done here. Now, I've been working with my son, who's been doing all the chipping, and he's helped me prune the apple trees. I've been working over here, cutting all the Photinia back, and here, cutting the Photinia back. And you can see now the beautiful Salix contorta, which is twisted willow. So the next thing to do is the laurel arch, and that's going to be given a good haircut. It's got rather big. I usually do this once every year, but I didn't do it last. Did I do it last spring? I can't remember. But anyway, you can see there's all the apple cuttings down there, We're going to log those up and put them into the old hen house. And I've still got a lot of stuff to remove here, and I've also got a bit more to cut back. But yes, it's been good work, healthy work. I think it's actually helped me get well again, because there's nothing beats working outdoors. It just lifts your spirits, you know. So I've got a lot of stuff there to move. I'll show you where some of the cuttings have been put, the ones that we didn't get round to chipping. Look at that. Big mass of Photinia. So this is what I call, as you know, my habitat pile. So this is another habitat pile. You can see the little robin working its way through there. And that will stay in situ for the next year, maybe 2 years. And over the course of time, there'll be lots of insects and birds and little mammals will make their home in that. And it's turning out to be a beautiful afternoon. I checked the weather forecast last night on my app on the phone, and it said between 12 o'clock midday and 6 o'clock evening it's going to be dry. And yeah, it's been dry. And so, back into home. Now, I wanted to show you this rosemary that's growing against the wall of the cottage. It's in a pot. Because it's so close to the cottage wall, it's in a microclimate and it's growing magnificently. Time for tea. One of the nice things about having a Stanley stove that's doing all the work for you is that you can leave the kettle boiling. And there it is. Ready for tea or coffee or any other hot drink. Blessings to you all. And thank you for joining me here at Bealtaine Cottage. That's the last of the Yule candle. I think it'll last another couple of days. Blessings to you all, my friends. And don't forget about the calendar. I have some left. So this is the calendar, which is still available on the website. And the months of the year and the days of the week are in Irish. And all the Celtic festivals are marked out in it. And it's filled with photographs and some writing, some interesting little bits and pieces of writing. Okay. And this is the back of it. Even some writing and photographs on the back. Then I also have, let me just get these books lined up. My first book, A Cottage in 3 Acres. Now this comes with, I think there's about 70 photographs in there. I know the calendar has between 50 and 60 or perhaps 70 photographs as well. But this details my journey from 2004, when I stumbled upon this little place, up until 2013. My second book, In Search of the Goddess Rising, this is very much inspired by living in the west of Ireland, because Ireland has a very female identity, we call it Mother Ireland. And this is all about the goddess and the culture here, and the way in which the landscape and our thoughts on life and our thoughts on family are all influenced by the goddess culture. Ireland was even named after one of the beautiful goddesses. This third book explores my journey over the past 18 and a half, getting on for 19 years. Walking Between Worlds is an exploration of this world and the other world. And again, lots of images in it. Delving, weaving, going right across, the warp in the weft, looking at the she, the fairy world, the other world, the influence of the Celts, the influence of all that is seen and unseen, especially the unseen. There's a great depth of spiritual exploration in this, and bringing us right up to, the modern day and UFOs. Did you know that there was a recording, I say a recording because it was translated from the ancient Irish, of what could only be a UFO back in the 11th century here in Ireland? Much to talk about and to think about there. And this little booklet, the Bealtaine Cottage Guide to the Deep Midwinter, it has got recipes, it's got photographs, it's got some little stories, it's got all things pertaining to the beautiful, enchanting, deep Midwinter. All available on the website, and the links are to be found under every video. A little view of Bealtaine Cottage when I first bought the cottage, and this was the land looking up from the road and the land looking down from the cottage. Blessings to you all.